Hello and welcome to another episode of Curious and Sex. So today, as I told you in the last video, that we'll be conducting henceforth all the episodes in English. So in the 49th episode, we had discussed that King Anu had called Adapa to Nibiru and he had sent a ship to take him to Nibiru. Enki and Enlil both were not happy by this decision and they didn't wanted Adapa, who was an earthling, to get the long life of Niburians. Ninba had suggested to send the two sons of Enki, that is Ningishzidda and Dumuzi. And and Enki had given, a secret tablet to Ningishzidda to be given to King Anu. Adapa, along with Ningishzidda and Dumuzi, then went to the spaceport and he boarded the space ship and he sat between Ningishzidda and Dumuzi and they were just ready to take off. So this is what we had mainly discussed in our last episode. That was the 49th, because in 50th episode it was just a discussion, as you know. So the spaceship finally took off for Nibiru with a loud roar. The whole ship was shaking violently at the time of takeoff. Normally, the way they do in the present time also. And Adapa gets terribly scared and he starts crying. Ningishzidda and Dumuzi, they put their arms around him to console him. And after going little bit, above the earth, around a league or so, they looked down, from the spaceship, and the oceans were looking like, a tub. So because of the distance, the more they were going up, the things were getting smaller and smaller. And after some time, when they went up little bit more, then the whole earth was, looking like a basket. So, that is what, has been very clearly written, in these clay tablets 5,000 years ago. Again, after some time, Adapa got agitated. He started crying and started requesting to take him back to his home, that is Earth. At that moment, Ningishzidda, then he put his hand on the neck of Adapa and silently, rather he pressed his hand on his neck and silently Adapa was very calm. When I read about it, it reminded me, some sort of an acupressure or neurosomatic technique. Something to calm him down. Definitely, Ningishzidda might have used, some the therapy or some kind of technique. Anyway, so when they reached Nibiru and landed there was a lot of curiosity there actually among the Niburians, because all were eager to see these earthborn sons of Enki. And more than that, they were interested to see this earthling from another world. Immediately after landing, the commander of the spaceship, Elaborat, he took them to the palace to change and to wash. So when they reached there, this Adapa was given, new clothes to change. But Adapa remembered the instructions of his lord Enki. He refused to wear the new clothes. And then after that, once they got ready and everybody, was ready to go, so they moved towards the palace, because Ningishzidda and Dumuzi, they changed into new clothes, except Adapa. He refused. The palace was full of, princes and the nobles of Nibiru. All the, dignitaries, all the these people, were there in the palace. Elaborate took Ningishzidda and Dumuzi and Adapa along with him to the throne room where King Anu used to sit. When they reached there, they bowed in front of King Anu, and King Anu stepped out of his throne by seeing them, and he hugged Ningishzidda and Dumuzi because they were his grandchildren. After that, he asked Dumuzi to sit on the left side of his throne, and Ningishzidda, he asked him to sit on the right side of his throne. And then Elaborate then finally presented Adapa in front of King Anu. King Anu saw Adapa with amazement, and he asked Elaborate whether this earthling Adapa understands the language of Nibiru. So Elaborate told the king that Adapa knows the language because Lord Enki has taught him very nicely. So King Anu asked Adapa, "What is your name and what you do?" So Adapa slowly came forward and again bowed in front of the king, and he said that my name is Adapa and I am a servant of Lord Enki. All those who were present there, they were surprised to see an earthling, speaking in their language so clearly. And it was wonder of wonders, They all were flabbergasted. After that, King Anu announced. He made an announcement. He said that let there will be celebrations, to welcome our new guests. And then all moved to the banquet hall. And they took their position. They seated actually around a big banquet table. There, it was full of, sumptuous and very nicely prepared dishes, which they had even this Ningishzidda and Dumuzi had never seen. And they all were presented, with the bread of Nibiru and the elixir, that water, special scented water actually of Nibiru. But King Anu was surprised to see that this Adapa was neither drinking the water nor he was eating the bread. And when he was asked to eat and drink, he refused again. So King Anu was very surprised and he was feeling offended also. He was wondering that how come, Enki told all those things, taught so many things so well to Adapa, but didn't taught him the basic etiquettes of Nibiru. So he was wondering about it. So he asked Adapa that why you are not eating and drinking. So Adapa then told the king that Lord Enki has asked me not to eat or drink these things, while on Nibiru. So then king inquired from Dumuzi and Elaborate that why he's doing it like this. What is? But they were also not able to give any explanation for it. So then Ningishzidda gave this secret tablet which he had brought along with him, which his father had given to him to be given to King Anu. He gave this tablet to King Anu and said maybe this tablet may have an answer. King Anu then took that tablet, secret tablet, and he went to his private chamber. And there he opened the seal of that package, and he took out the tablet and inserted it into the scanner to decode it. When he decoded it, it was full of surprises and shock for him. Because Enki had given a true account of all that, what had happened there actually on earth. He had mentioned and he informed his father King Anu that Adapa was a product of his seed, or we can call his sperm, from an earthling mother. And likewise, Titi was also a product of his seed from another earthling mother. He said that both Adapa and Titi, they are, well endowed with the great wisdom, but they don't have the long life of Niburians. And he further requested should not eat and drink the bread and water of Nibiru, and he should be returned to earth to live and die here on the earth as a mortal, and his species should be a mortal species. Also mentioned in the tablet that they should satiate themselves, they should survive by doing farming of the cereals and by growing the seeds and by rearing the eaves, that is shepherding the sheeps on earth. King Anu was completely astounded by reading these details. He knew about his son Ea. Enki was Ea earlier because Enki was the title. So he knew about his promiscuous nature. But he had never imagined that Enki will go up to that extent. So he was perplexed what to do. So he called his Wazir Elaborate actually in his private chamber and showed him the details of the secret tablet. And he asked that what are the rules of Nibiru, what they say, what the rules say about these things. And he said that I am very disappointed by this conduct of Enki. So Elabrad was also equally surprised. Actually, he was also shocked. He said that the rules of Nibiru permit concubines in our on our planet, but there are as such no rules for interplanetary cohabitation. So then he asked, I mean, the king asked Elabrad, what should I do now? So then, he suggested, Elabrad suggested to King Anu that Adapa should return to Earth immediately before, there is further damage has been done. And these sons of Enki, they can stay here for longer. So then King Anu called Ningishzidda. And he asked, he called him Ningishzidda to his chamber. And he asked him that, are you aware what is written in this tablet? So Ningishzidda lowered his head actually, and he said that I do not know exactly what is written, but I can guess it. Then he told king that actually I had tested the life essence of Adapa. Because as we had discussed in our earlier episode that Ningishzidda was a scientist. He was a very expert, scientist in the field of life sciences. So he said that I had tested the life essence of this Adapa, and I found the traces of my father Enki. So just see, DNA sequencing and matching, we are talking here hundreds and thousands of years before. Simply, truly unbelievable. Actually, all our scriptures are filled with this kind of stories of DNA matching and in vitro fertilization and genetic manipulations, but we never took them seriously. See, I had mentioned in the last episode about Mahabharata. All these scriptures, not only in India actually, world over, they are filled with these stories. But we just take them as a mythical story. We never took them seriously. I think the time has come to change our perspective and understanding about these things. Then anyway, King Anu then decided that Adapa should return to Earth immediately and let him be the first civilized man and progenitor of the human species. That's why he decided. And he also asked Ningishzidda to return to Earth along with Adapa. And he suggested him that you become the teacher of this new species along with your father Enki, and teach them actually about the finer ways of life. So they all gathered in the palace hall of Nibiru, and their king Anu may announce his judgment. So he said that, okay, the wise earthling Adapa should return to earth now. Let him and his offspring, till the lands and undertake shepherding to survive there on earth. And Ningishzidda will also return to earth along with Adapa to ensure his safety, that he safely returns to earth. And yes, we will be sending the seeds and these for cultivation along with them. And Dumuzi, will remain on Nibiru for one more shar. And then after that, he will be returning to Earth along with Eves and their essence, means their DNA. So that's what actually then King Anu had finally announced in his palace. So this was the end of Adapa's journey to the heaven, and also his chance to gain the boon of a long life. And from here, a new chapter was about to begin actually for the first humans on earth, and a new story will develop further. So in our next episode, we will explore about it, that what happens, when Adapa comes back to earth, and how the things develop from there, and how these modern humans then develop further. So till then, please keep watching the videos, keep sharing and liking them, subscribing them, and we'll see you again in the next episode. Till then, bye.